Right, I think we're live.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi,
How
how
you
are you?
doing?
Good, I'm really excited about tomorrow.
Yeah, it's enrollment time. It comes
Can you
around
believe
quick.
it's that time of year again?
Yeah, crazy, crazy. Literally, I feel like this time, just a few days ago, we were doing one of these in January about like booking tickets or something.
I know.
So,
Should
whoo,
we introduce ourselves quickly?
yeah, go for it.
So my name's Jules, and I'm one of the co-founders of Camp Kindling.
And my name's Lee, and I'm the other co-founder of Camp Kindling.
Thanks for joining us tonight. So really, this is just a kind of open chat for any sort of questions or notes or tips or things that you want to talk about RE enrolment, which opens tomorrow. And how's the
Yeah.
format going to be?
Should we do a quick, just in case anybody doesn't know what enrollment is?
Good.
Enrollment is where you sign into our website and you choose your activities and your entertainment ahead of arriving at camp. So if you've got a Dynamo ticket, you've got priority enrollment. You can go and do it now, and that ends tomorrow at 7 p.m. And if you've got a standard or elementary ticket, it opens at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And we want you to be nice and prepared for that, because lots of people do sign in at 7 p.m. on the dot, and lots of kind of activity sessions and things get booked up very quickly. So we want to make sure you're ready so you can find some activities that are on the top of your list. So this is a Q&A about that, about how to go about enrollment. We've got lots of like technical guides on how to do it in our help center at campkindling.co.uk/help. So we can touch on any technical elements, but that is maybe good to go and have a look at our video guide that we've got there and our written guide that we've got there. And Jules and I can help more with like tips and tricks and how to make the most of your weekends, the kind of like soft stuff that maybe you wouldn't be able to pick up anyway. So,
Great.
say how to do questions.
Yeah, how to do questions. So, well, you just basically can comment in the comments section. If you're on Facebook, I think we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're on YouTube. And we've got lovely Ali in the background who will be copying and pasting any links that you need. But yeah, just ask us anything that you want in that comment section.
Great.
Right. Okay, so should we get started? So let's start over. Kes Smith says, what does the symbol and ratio stand for on activity enrolment?
So care ratio, that's called, and that's the maximum amount of children that an adult can supervise on that activity. So the way that activities work is if they're all designed to kind of be done with parents and children together, kind of, so that you share that activity, you share that kind of experience of doing it together, you get those really beautiful bonding moments. There are a couple of exceptions to that where kids can do activities on their own. One of those is kids only activities, which are for infants and juniors, and you'll find those in the program, and they're basically like a free bit of childcare that you get over the weekend. And the other is for youths. Youths can do activities on their own, so that's 12 plus. So infants and juniors basically have to be supervised on all activities and do it with a parent. So the care ratio is the maximum amount of infants and juniors that one adult can kind of supervise and do that activity with. And it's mostly set for like safety reasons.
Great. Well, that actually takes us really nicely on to Gemma's question. So Gemma says, we wanted to book an infant-only session to free us up for paddleboarding, but the infant session finishes before paddleboarding and there's a 15-minute walk back. What do we do? Can my infant stay at the infant session an extra 20 minutes, or should we book a double infant session? Thanks.
So you definitely can't just leave your infant at the infant session for an extra 20 minutes. There should be some infant sessions that do overlap with activities because they're designed for exactly that. So being able to drop off an infant so that you can do something really special with your junior or your youth, or drop off a junior so you can spend time with an infant or a youth or something. There should be sessions, there should be kids only sessions that kind of overlap with like the other sessions so that you can kind of use them like that. If you can't find any of those, drop us a DM on Facebook or Instagram. Or an email to office@campkindling.co.uk, or use the web chat, and we'll be able to kind of look in and help you find something to work that out. I don't know if you can book a double infants only session and leave them there without going back. So that's why I don't want to just say yes to that.
Sounds like you've got a lot of drama going on in the background there, Lee.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just in the office. I can close my door if you.
No, it's fine. It's great. A bit of background noise. I'm going to take this next question. This one is about patrols. So Alex says, does my family all need to be in the same patrol, or can we split in two? And does this mean we'll be separated for a lot of the weekend? First time I want to make both kids happy, but also make it easy for family. So I'm just going to do a really quick, everyone's like, what is a patrol? I'm just going to do a very quick intro into what a patrol is. So you may have seen them about. There are 4 patrols: hawk, squirrel, badger and fox. And it is just for fun, but it is a lot of fun. So it's one of those things where, like, it's not obligatory. If you want to dress up, then we strongly encourage that. But basically, you'll be welcomed with open arms by patrol leaders, by your fellow patrol friends, and it's a really nice way to meet new people, to be a bit silly, a bit like competitive fun, but it really is just optional. And choosing a patrol is also optional. There are a couple of ways that you can decide how you want to choose a patrol. You can do one of our patrol pickers. You can just, maybe you wake up one day and you feel like a badger, who knows? Or you can be the same as your friends and your family. But again, that's not obligatory. So you can split patrols, absolutely fine. You won't be split up during the weekend. There will be times in the evening at the patrol games where you might choose to sit in with your patrol. But again, it's not obligatory. And we love people that love people, and we
have lots of people that kind of are halfway between different patrols as well. Like we've got definitely some squadgers that I've met that are kind of squirrel badger, because they can't decide which, or like to be part of both of those. So yeah, it's all very loose and fun and good natured.
Okay, we need to answer Karen's urgently. Karen says, is there an issue with logging in? I'm able to access my account. I've tried to get a login link or password reset and nothing is working. I'm waiting for an email. Help, anxious.
I'm not aware of any issues logging in. Ali, if you're watching, can you just see if you can log in? You've tried to get a login link. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm not aware. We're not aware of any issues. If you just jump onto our website, onto the web chat, and just drop a message there. The team that run that have finished for the evening, but they'll pick it up first thing tomorrow morning, and they'll make sure you're sorted out with plenty of time, so that there's no issues for you tomorrow evening.
Cool. Catherine says, how can we book a child on an activity without an adult from the same account? I want to book my child onto an activity with a friend and their child, but not me.
Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't possible. At the moment, we don't have the technology to support like cross-account bookings and cross-account like guardianship of children. It's something that we are looking at introducing in future years. It's quite complicated. So it's kind of on our roadmap to add, but it's not something we can support at the moment, I'm afraid. I'd say the best bet would be to just book all 4 of you in, and kind of all go and do it together. And then if the activity leader doesn't mind you kind of just standing to the side, and your friend can kind of help out with more of the kind of looking after your kid as part of that, then that would be kind of the closest we could get to that at the moment.
Yeah, great. Sally's asking, will the main camp area be the same as last year's? We came in 2024 and the space was slightly different, more open tent and had some seatings. So it might be just worth actually at this minute just kind of explaining to everyone a little bit about the camping, or like the staying arrangements, the accommodation.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So all tickets include access to general camping. So that's where you can bring your own camping kit. And it's festival style camping. So it just means like first come, first served in terms of which pitches. There's plenty of space, and there's really nice kind of toilets and showers. There's kind of cooking areas that have some facilities like microwaves and kettles. There's food villages, bars, campfire, really kind of like nice setup in general camping. Then if you've chosen to upgrade to reserved camping or pre-pitch camping, that's within general camping, and those we either provide you with like a marked out pitch or a kind of pre-pitch tent, or there's living vehicles. I think reserved camping is completely sold out. Pre-pitch camping is maybe sold out. Living vehicles, there is a few spaces left. If you've got your own camper van, you can bring that. Or there's boutique camping, which is on the other side of the site. And that's kind of like a much higher end fancy camping area with lots of extra stuff. Question. What was the question again, Jules?
Okay. Is it the same as last time?
Yes, broadly the same. We've made some changes to the kind of like how the car parking will work. That will hopefully be much smoother this year, much like nicer laid out, because we like things to be very smart and laid out. We've made some changes to the entrance. We've got lots more kind of like security lanes and things to hopefully like get everybody in quicker this year. And we've added some kind of new bits around the base camp area, just kind of little extra traders and fun things there. So yeah, broadly the same.
Nice. Kelly says, I booked the wrong ticket by accident. Am I able to swap from an infant to junior?
You can. The way to do that would be to jump on the web chat or send an email to office@campkindling.co.uk. Do that right now so that the team can get on it straight away tomorrow morning. And then it means that there won't be any delays for you enrolling.
And Charlene says, hi, I have my 23-year-old foster son with me, but I can't seem to be able to get a ticket for him. Is it too late?
Yeah, tickets are completely sold out from us. The only way you can try and get a ticket is to try and buy a second-hand one through the marketplace, which we launched this year. It's a completely safe kind of place to buy second-hand tickets from families that can't make it. To get to that, if you go to campkindling.co.uk and you click book now in the top right, and then I think the button is called like check marketplace. You need to join the wait list for the marketplace, and you'll get matched as soon as we can kind of match you with a ticket, and then you can buy it from somebody, and we deal with all the transaction and everything, so you know it's safe. Yeah, that's the only place you can get one now.
Right, I'm going to answer Lee's question. He's asking, do we need to book entertainment options or do we just turn up, for example, the DJ sets? So for anyone that hasn't been to Camp Kindling before, there are some really fun parties in the evening time. And yes, bands, live music, DJs, comedy, talks, games, bingo, like there's so much stuff going on. And no, you don't need to book any of it. You can pencil it into your schedule if you want to, just for your own sake. And actually there is a favorite function, a star function on there, which actually we'll talk about a bit more in a minute, because that might be quite a good thing for people to do. But no, you don't need to book them. There's so much going on this year, and if anyone hasn't seen, there's some really great acts playing, so it's going to be really fun. I'm very excited about Camp Kindling this year. Actually, I do want to mention the star, like basically setting up, kind of getting ready, I guess, for tomorrow a little bit.
Yeah, I can do. Okay, it's a pretty big topic. Are you sure you want me to get into this now and ahead of?
It's a good question. We have got quite a lot of questions, so let's get through a few more then first. Good shout. All right. Lee Taylor says, hello, we cannot wait. Question, what's the earliest you've known cars start queuing pre 11 a.m? Asking for a friend, lol.
I don't know. I don't know. I think you will, if you turn up too early, you will just be asked to move on by security or the police, so that we don't kind of block the local lanes. So I would say 11, please.
Yeah, and you're not missing anything. You'll be there in ample time. Like the first thing that happens is at 5, so you can literally get there. You'll have so much time. You'll have 6 hours, 5 hours by the time the campsite opens. Right, Rachel says, so excited.
Woo!
So Karen says, I'm unsure which of my children will be attending with me and my grandson. If I put one of them on a ticket to book activities, but the other one attends, will this be a problem? I'm assuming they mean names.
Yeah, you'll be able to. Yeah, it won't be a problem if it's just the name. If they are different age groups, that will be problematic. So
yes,
names probably fine. Like that can be sorted out. Age group swapping probably can't be.
Kind of unsure what this next one means, but maybe you'll understand better than me. Emma says the private hot tub doesn't say tickets. How do we pay for that?
So if you want to book a private hot tub, if you go to campkindling.co.uk/shop, I can't remember now. It should offer it to you as part of, if you're in enrollment, it should offer you an option. Ali, would you be able to respond to that comment for us, just with a link to book extras, to help this person get booked into the family hot tub sessions?
Yeah, that's so great.
Yeah, that is good. That's new for this year, actually. So we should try to talk about that quickly. Yeah, new for this year. So after doing like the spa, the wood-fired spa for many years as adults only, we've changed it this year as a kind of experiment to see how it works, because lots of people said that they wanted that to be a kind of a shared family experience as well, because quite rightly, they thought it would be a really beautiful kind of experience to, be in that kind of like having a hot tub in a woodland clearing with the kind of the Swedish wood-fired hot tubs under the stars at night in the middle of a festival. They wanted to share that with the kids. So we have made it now a strictly not adults only, so just families, and it works a bit differently. So you just book a hot tub for your family for a set period of time, and that's yours to use for that period of time. So if you are interested in that, Ali is going to post on all the 3 of these streams with a link of where to go to find out more about that and to book that. But yeah, check it out. And if you do it, we'd love to get feedback, because, we're trying a new thing. So we'd love to hear how that works, how that experience is for you. Also to know, I think it's only infants can't do it because it would be too hot for infants. I think it's juniors and upwards only.
Okay, great. Joanne says, how far is the parking from general camping? Is a wagon a good idea? Shall I take this on?
Yeah.
Great. In terms of distance, actually, I don't know do you know distance? Maybe I shouldn't have taken this on. But in terms of timing, let's just say so my little boy and I, if we were to walk from the very back of the car park to, let's say, the middle of the campsite, it would take maximum about 10 minutes, probably less. I think that a trolley is a great idea for other reasons, and many reasons, like, they can chill in it in the evenings if you want to just relax and watch the music and they want to doze. I'd say like it's quite useful to carry some things, and like means you don't have to come in and out, but it's not essential.
Yeah, we actually wrote a whole guide on trolleys. So if you want to go and have a read of that, that's on our website help center. So you can find out more about that. But yeah, trolleys are super helpful, especially for infants, because you can send them to sleep in it at the end of the day, and means you can kind of stay out and watch some bands, and it's just really cute seeing all the little ones asleep and them trundling around. It's really nice.
If you look carefully, you'll see like late at night, I'm just cozied up in mine, like just having a little nap. Oh, by the end of a tired day. Okay, Edoris says, do adults need to use coins and tokens? I'm assuming they mean credits if they're just supervising.
There is no such thing as just supervising. You have to enroll yourself to be able to enroll a kid. The system will not let you kind of enroll just a kid without you. Again, that's something that we potentially might be able to support in future years. It's very complex and has a lot of kind of legal and safety and safeguarding implications. So it's not something that is kind of easy for us to just kind of offer an option on at the moment. So even if you don't intend to fully participate in that activity yourself, you will still need to be enrolled in it, and you will still have to use your credits. We would recommend that you do fully get involved in that activity yourself, because that is what Camp Kindling is all about. It's all about those shared experiences, all about having those shared moments together. And even if you don't think you'll enjoy it, you most likely definitely will. And even if you don't think you're capable of it, you almost certainly are. And our leaders are fantastic at getting everybody involved, no matter what your kind of ability or accessibility requirements or anything like that. They will make sure you have a great time. So yes, it's in answer to your question, you do need to enroll.
Nice. I'll take this one from Wesley. Wesley says, it's obviously so warm at the moment. Is it cold at night? Do you recommend warm clothes, or is it pretty hot at night at camp too? So obviously that is completely dependent on whether we're in a heat wave or not by that point. But it has been known to be quite chilly at night. So I would recommend you bring a load of layers, even if you don't use them.
Even if we are in a heat wave, you will want layers in the night. It's a forest and it's in the countryside on the top of a hill. It behaves very differently to like a city or a town or a village even. And you'll be staying under canvas, so you will definitely want warm things, even if it feels really, really hot and heat wavy. Please bring some warm things for the night.
Oh, you're making me want to go there now. That sounds.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Lying on canvas in the cool air of a lovely countryside. Jacqueline says, is it possible to print off the activities tonight so we can go through them before tomorrow?
Yeah, you can print them off. It's going to take a lot of paper because there's hundreds. Yes, I would recommend make sure you sign in tonight. Make sure you get all of your kind of accounts set up and tickets set up and all of that done. Make sure you go through and you can, instead of printing it out, it's better if you can do it on your computer or your tablet or something, because you can go through and you can like add sessions to your favorites. You can make sure that you and then you can easily get back to those favorites tomorrow when enrollment opens. So yeah, definitely do all of that this evening or tomorrow ahead of 7 p.m. If anybody hasn't done any of the steps for enrollment, you don't know what we're talking about, go to campkindling.co.uk/help and go to the enrollment section. And look at our guides of how to enroll guide and enrollment video guide. And Ali can probably post a link to this now. Start with that enrollment video guide and make sure you do all of the preparation steps well ahead of 7 p.m. tomorrow. Don't even do it at like 6 p.m. tomorrow, because there's lots of people that leave it really late and then they all message customer service at 6 p.m. and then inevitably it takes a while to get back to everyone. So please go off and be a good squirrel and a prepared squirrel. I don't know, what is there a saying for a prepared?
The early squirrel catches enrollment.
Yeah. Do that now and your life will be better.
What is good about it though, and I can't take any credit for this, but the text great in this, there's basically a little thing on my enrollment that says, alert, one thing you need to sort before you can enroll. So it's telling me now I need to do a thing. So just basically log into your enrollment and have a look and look at that thing that Lee just said.
Right.
Cool. Blue Monkey 14 says, I have accessibility tickets. What's the parking situation? As I've seen, you don't need to pay, but how will the parking attendants know?
I don't know the answer. Sorry. So if you have an accessible parking ticket, you will get a QR code for that, which will be then scannable, and then the parking attendants will scan that and then will kind of route you to the right place. If you haven't got an accessible parking ticket, then you'll need to apply for one of those.
Cool. Beverly says, can we transfer adult credits to our children?
No. No, credits are not transferable between individuals if they're part of a ticket package. They are only transferable if you bought like extra 5 credits. You can kind of move those around between whoever you want, but no, credits are not kind of like poolable between adults and kids.
There's a couple of people, I can take this one. There's a couple of people asking whether they have to book in advance or whether they can do it on the day. So just kind of explain how it works. So I think like something like 90% of the activities are enroll activities, which means that you will need to be enrolled on them to go to the activity. So we really wouldn't recommend waiting till you get there. There are plenty of drop-ins. So once you've got your enroll activities, you can really fill up your weekend with loads of other things that you can drop into. But I would really, really highly recommend that you do enroll in advance because, yeah, it's just there's so many great things there. But you don't have to rush. Like you may decide you don't want to do it at 7 p.m. tomorrow and you're just happy to like give it a bit of time and have a look and see like a bit later on. Some people don't really mind and they just get a pick and mix, but it is worth having have a look, log on and have a look at the stuff that's on there. Food. Okay, is it better to cook myself or buy food on site? That's from Jet.
I mean, it's down to you and your personal requirements and preferences. I personally buy food on site.
You cook food at a festival.
Yeah, I personally, when I go to festivals and things, I buy food on site for a couple of reasons. One, I love kind of street food and going and trying all the different types of food that I might not easily be able to access in my daily life. Two, I have to carry a lot less things. And 3, it means I don't have to spend too much time out of my day not doing activities or not seeing music. It's kind of tends to be much more convenient as I'm kind of like moving around the festival site. So I'm personally go for the street food traders, the food villages. If you've got lots of kind of very specific dietary requirements, or you like to have breakfast at your tent and you don't want to have to walk over somewhere to get breakfast, then there's some of my friends that like to cook their own food. Yeah, some people do a bit of both. They'll like cook a couple of meals to like kind of save some money and then kind of treat themselves to something each day. Yeah, there really isn't a right answer for that.
Well, I'll add to that a little bit as well because there are still a lot of we cater still for a lot of dietary requirements. Anyway, there are still people. So if somebody's asking if there's going to be any gluten-free options in the comments, I'm just kind of bunching them in. There will be. Yeah. Also, the food is really delicious. We spent a long time choosing really yummy food and a big range of it. So it is definitely worth trying at least once if you can. But we can understand that there are obviously financial restraints and things. If you want to bring your own food, that's fine. Also, one thing that's really great is the lunch packs, which is, as it sounds.
Yeah, you can pre-book a lunch pack. And then you can just collect those each day. You can pre-book those through the website now if you want, and that's just like an easy way, or it's meant to be just kind of like a super convenient and not too expensive way for you to grab something, have it ready to go, so that you can just adventure all day and have all the fun as a family.
And we do have cooking areas as well. So like if you did want to cook,
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yes, I think it's always worth, even if you're not like going or like trying to cook your own food, it's always worth bringing like lots of snacks, particularly for the kids, like cereal bars, little like the fruit things. So just have those in your day packs. Give the kids some of those in their day packs, just to kind of fill all the little gaps where you get a little bit hungry, but you can't be bothered to kind of fully queue up for a meal, or you don't want to buy like a whole thing. All the traders do kids meals, so and it's a fixed price. It was £6 last year. I'm not sure if it will be the same this year because there's been lots of food inflation, but it won't be too much more expensive. But all the traders do a kids meal, kids portion for a fixed amount across the whole site, so that's nice and easy for feeding the kids.
We have so many questions. I think I'm gonna have to do a quick fire round now.
Sorry, I'll speed up.
Go for a little, but no, it's fine. It's gonna be a longer show. So, like, Kev Smith, is there charging points?
There is a general store, and the general store, you can pay them a small fee to charge your phone for you.
What time would you recommend we arrive?
Oh, from midday. But from midday by 4 p.m.
Are we able to change an adult ticket to a youth ticket?
Yes, go to campkindling.co.uk and use the web chat to speak to our team. Send them a message now so they can sort it out for you first thing tomorrow morning.
Can me and my partner have elementary ticket and upgrade our daughter's ticket to a standard? Unfortunately, not in the financial situation to upgrade all. The plan was to do half the stuff with her. She wants to do so much.
I don't know, I'm afraid.
I think it's not possible.
We say that, usually we say that like a whole family must attend on the same ticket type. And that's because you must enroll adults with kids. But in this situation where you've got 2 adults and 1 kid, you might, that might be a little workaround hack that I don't think.
Good hack. So they message the team.
Yeah, I think you just have to try that out, to be honest.
Nice. X8180002 says, can we bring balance bikes to commute kids from the car park to camping area?
No, bikes are on our prohibited items list, and I think unfortunately that would cover balance bikes as well. If you could drop us a message through the web chat, we'll check that with the operations team.
And just like cover scooters, it might be also worth checking that as well, because I know a child needs a scooter.
Yeah. The ground in the campsites can get quite rocky after like lots of people have walked over it. So I would say it's not a good idea. It wouldn't be a very good idea to
I also think so. I think they'd try and ride it for about 2 minutes, then they give up. You'd have to carry it as well as your tent, and it would you just get annoyed about it. So I wouldn't if I were you.
Trolleys better. Kids love riding in trolleys.
They do. Yeah, they do. And like Lee says, we've got a whole article on that, so have a look at that in our help section. Miss Harriet Watkins says, is camping packed, or is there enough space to have room around the tent?
There's always pockets of space. It can be a bit random because it's like people are just pitching wherever. Sometimes there will be like very tight areas, and sometimes there will be very open areas, and that's not something we necessarily are very in control of. So yeah, it's not, on the whole it's not tight, but you can get little pockets of tightness.
Sorry, there's so many questions. I'm trying to get through them. Do you have to book on the uncredited activities, the drop-ins?
No. Okay.
You don't have to. Eleanor says, hey, looking at the schedule and due to being SEN, I can't work out the time that things finish. Is there any way you can put the start time and finish time, i.e. 8 till 9? Okay, we could feed that back to the team, couldn't we, for next year? Because at the minute it says like 8 o'clock for like 90 minutes or something.
Right, okay.
Yeah. A good bit of feedback. We could, thank you, Eleanor. We will feed that back for next year. We can't do any changes now, I don't think, but that's an interesting point. I'll write that down. Okay. You mentioned that adults must use credits to enroll when children enroll, but what happens on something like June buggies that allows a watch from the side? Does the adult have to also spend credit?
June buggies is a kids only activity, I think. So that would be eligible for no adults.
So
you would just be enrolling your kid.
You say illegible, strangely. You mean eligible, not illegible. You mean they would be able to, they wouldn't need to use it. It wouldn't be them because they wouldn't need to use their credits because it's kids only.
Yeah, I'm sure that that's a kids only activity. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, you look that up and I will answer a couple more questions.
Yeah, June buggies is a junior only activity. So that is that is for just kids only. So no, parents can't even do that one.
You don't need
if you want to if you want to do something similar, I think it's the case that quad bikes and dune buggies are basically like right next to each other, and quad bikes are suitable for adults and youth, and dune buggies are suitable for juniors only. So you can kind of book yourself into quad bikes and your junior into dune buggies.
Nice. By Fire and Moon says, first time at camp, how insanely busy are the activities? And I think they mean maybe enrolment. Is it likely we won't get to do what we want to do?
So the answer to this is mixed. So there are always sessions that fill up very, very quickly. So like quad biking Saturday, 2 p.m. fills up very quickly. There are potentially within like a minute. Then there are activities that fill up quickly, like quad biking will fill up quickly, usually within 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, something like that. Then overall, there are so many activities and spaces and sessions that there is going to be loads left over, that there's always going to be plenty for you to do. So will you miss out on what you want to do? It depends. It depends what you want to do and whether other people want to do that. It depends if you want to do it on one specific session and people want to do that. So the more flexible you can be, the more open you can be, the less you will feel like you've missed out on that thing that you want to do.
And I would say
a couple of sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. You carry
on. I've lost my train of thought now.
Sorry. I'll say my thing quickly because it might cover it. I was going to say, I feel like the question, what you want to do, I think like this happens every single year where people think they want to do one thing and actually one of the things they enjoyed the most is something that they didn't even expect to do. So I think like actually dig into some stuff that challenges you, that makes you feel a bit scared, makes you feel a bit weird, or like you're excited about, but you're unsure about. Those things. They're always the unexpected ones that really, really excite people and end up being favorites.
Yes. Also, so there are strategies that people have shared with us over the years, and you can find out about these in our enrollment tips and tricks guide. I'm not going to read them all out now. If you want to really make the most of it, I suggest going to read that enrollment tips and tricks guide. But one of those is, if your family really, really wants to do axe skills, that's your thing. You absolutely want to do that. Make that the first activity that you enroll in when enrollment opens. Don't kind of, work chronologically through your day. Sort that first, and then you can kind of build the rest of your schedule around that. Another tip is usually people work from the top down. So they'll start at like Saturday morning and they'll work through. So archery battles on Saturday morning, if that's the one you want, might get really booked up on Saturday morning because everyone's scrolling down the page. So instead, go and like add to your favorites archery battles on like Sunday midday, and make that the first one you enroll in, because less people will be doing that. So there's lots of different strategies you can use, but overall there are so many activities and so much amazing stuff. You're going to have an incredible time whatever you end up doing. But yeah, if you really, really want certain things, go and read the tips and tricks and apply some of those.
Yes. Cool. I'll take this one. Beverly says, what's the difference between youth and junior plus? So I think that's just the way that you're reading it on enrolment. So all of the age groups are that age group and up. So if you're looking at an activity that's suitable for junior plus, that means that a junior, anyone from 6 and up can do that activity, but youth would be anyone from 12 and up. So the difference is nobody that's age 6 to 11, can do a youth activity, but a youth can do a junior plus activity.
Yeah, it just means junior and above.
Yeah. Yes. Joanne says, are there water refill spots?
Yep, there's loads. They're everywhere. There's plenty. We have so much water.
Thank you for all your comments. This is amazing. There's so many. I don't know how we're going to get through them all. Jacqueline says, are the credits for each day or the 3 days, e.g. standard 90 credits?
They are for all 3 days. And 90 credits is plenty. If you think you want more credits, you can just buy them as you go tomorrow. If you do need more, if you want to top up in advance, you can do that now. If you want to upgrade your tickets from elementary to Dynamo to standard, you can do that. That's quite a good deal actually, because it's only £50 extra, but you kind of double your credits. Same if you want to upgrade from standard to Dynamo to get unlimited credits, you can do that now. So yeah, there's lots of options to add on in whatever way best suits your preferences and your budget.
Lily Ellis says, are teens, I think they mean youths, allowed to go around on their own? If so, is there a time they have to be in by?
Yes, they can. They're allowed to kind of explore on their own between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Every day. So back with you by 8 p.m, please.
Yes, but we do have a youth program, our Fire Starters program, which is really cool. So have a look at that for them as well. Maybe they might be into that. Edoris says, could you do a little how-to or tent tips for first-time campers, which we've got, haven't we? I want to buy all the equipment. We do.
We don't have which equipment to buy. We do have a family camping hacks, which is a little one we put together. So that's worth it. Also, you should read the Ultimate Guide to Your First Camp Kindling. That's a really useful kind of one, not specifically about camping, but about the camp kindling experience. You want to go and read that for sure. We don't have anything specifically about best camping equipment or anything like that. I think probably ChatGPT or various YouTubers, will do a much better job at that than we can.
So there's quite a few duplicated questions coming in. Just to say, if I haven't answered your question, it's probably because we answered it earlier. So we will post this video in a minute onto our channel. So feel free to watch back. Lily says, we recently got rid of our motorhome to get a horse box. It's 7.5 ton. Can we stay in that?
If it fits within one of the live-in vehicle pitches, then yeah, if you book a live-in vehicle pitch and you live in the vehicle and it fits, then that's fine.
I was going to say they may not have already booked a pitch, so that you need to make sure that they're
check. Yeah, you can book a pitch on our website.
Are there any places I can get boiled water for my baby's bottles, please?
Yeah, you can get it at the, you can kind of make it yourself at we've got camp cooking areas. We've also got some baby change tents. They both have kind of kettles available for hot water. You could also ask at any of the cafes and bars, and they will also provide you with some.
Nice. There's some really lovely questions in here. People are asking for tips and things, but we'll come back to those if we've got time. But I think probably let's carry on with this. Katiso says, being a solo parent with kids in different age groups makes it hard. Will there be ever any leniency or other ways to help with this?
So say that one again.
Being a solo parent with kids in different age groups makes it hard. Will there ever be some leniency or other ways to help with this?
Yeah, we understand how difficult that is. Unfortunately, we're a bit pinned down in what we can do there by various kind of health and safety and safeguarding and legal and insurance requirements. So it's tricky. at some point in the future, we hope to be able to join up kind of like accounts, so that like say my account and Jules's account, we could link those, and we could sort of then share kind of guardian responsibilities across two groups of kids. We think that that's probably like one of the solutions that we can kind of work with in the future. So that's something we hope to work towards. Until then, the best solutions are to kind of informally do things, using our solo parents Facebook group, and meeting up solo parent meetups on site, to kind of meet others and informally do things that don't kind of require us to provide something that creates all kind of issues potentially. But yeah, it's something we're aware of, and it's something we really want to support, especially as Jules is in same situation. So yeah, it's something we want to support, but it's taking a while because it's complex and difficult.
Nice. Jenny says, is there a way of booking myself and friends into activities? Can they transfer to me and I book us all onto the same activity? Thanks.
Yes, they can. They can transfer their tickets to you using the transfer functionality. If they do that, you will be responsible for enrolling their whole weekend. And if you were to if you transfer tickets after you've enrolled, those enrollments will be lost. So it's kind of it's an all or nothing. So they can do it, they can send them to you, but then you'll be responsible for everything, and you can't then transfer them back because that would lose the enrollments.
If I upgrade to unlimited, I think potentially meaning Dynamo, then would the booking still be at 7 p.m. tomorrow?
If you upgrade to Dynamo, you can enroll right now. As soon as you upgrade, it will unlock for you.
Great. Do infants require tickets and credits to book onto an activity? My daughter was on the free ticket due to her age, so I only have credits. So it must be a baby, not an infant.
So we call if it's 0 to 2, then we call it baby, and infant by our language is 3 to 5. Babies, there aren't like activities that you can enroll babies into. There's various kind of like soft play and forest play and things like
bubbles,
that.
All the bubbles.
Yeah, loads of bubbles. But the baby category will have a nice time just being around, and there's lots of facilities to make sure that it's easy for you to look after them and it's comfortable and stuff. But the activities are like the activity program is not designed for that age group. We're really focused on 3+, and even like where 6+ is where it really starts to get really exciting for the activities. But yeah, babies just wouldn't be capable of doing any of the activities that we do have.
Although to be honest, when my little boy was a baby, he was so fascinated by just walking around. There's so much beautiful forest and things to look at. Like, they just love it. It's great. So somebody's giving a tip here, which is great. We have already enrolled, and we recommend that when you enroll, you book your activities that are in close vicinity within the zones of the camp. Then you avoid a lot of walking around, which is a great tip.
Yeah, very good. There is a map. If you go to enrollment, there's a button you can click for a map, and that you definitely want to look at. Yeah, I would say pick a zone, do like one zone in like Saturday morning, then another zone Saturday afternoon, another zone Sunday morning, another zone Sunday afternoon. That's a great way to do it. Avoid too much walking backwards and forwards. You will be so tired.
Yeah, it's a good tip. Jasmine says, we've booked as 3 adults and 3 children. This feels like one of those questions, when you get them at SATs, when you're in like maths SATs, when you're like in like when you're 11, it's really like a mind boggle. We've booked as 3 adults and 3 children, but we're sleeping in separate tents. How does that work?
Sorry, the children and the adults are in separate tents, or?
I don't know. We've booked as 3 adults and 3 children. We're sleeping in separate tents. How does that work?
I would definitely not recommend having like all the adults and all the kids in one tent. That doesn't sound like a super safe setup to me, because
No.
the kids just get out and wander around without your knowledge. So please don't do that. I think that maybe they mean there's a group of 6 and they're coming and they're sleeping, they're bringing separate tents. That's fine. You can bring as many tents as you need. There's not like a 1 tent per group rule or anything like that.
Yeah, I think potentially it was linked to when earlier we were talking about not being able to enroll for friends unless you transfer tickets. It's very different in camping. Like you can basically camp where you want, no restrictions.
Yep.
S. Kennedy says, I'm confused. Is standard enrollment open today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Can you confirm there is no quad biking this year?
There is quad biking. There is quad biking. The age groups have changed. So juniors can no longer do quad biking. So juniors now have a different option, which is dune buggies. And then quad biking is for adults and youths.
Great. Will 4 to 5 credits each be enough? And is there plenty to do without having lots of activities booked?
Yeah. So will it be enough? Hard to say. Most people, the majority of people use around 90 credits. That's why that's the standard ticket. If you want more of a chilled weekend, then potentially 4 to 5 credits is enough. If you want to just you might be able to just buy a few extra credits and have 60 credits, and that'd be enough for you. I'd suggest go in and explore Enrolment, go and star lots of things. You can see all the credit values. You can see how many credits things are going to use. So you can work all that out now and see what you want. So we'd recommend going to do that. I would also recommend everybody across the board, whatever you think you can do, take one activity off. Everybody overbooks. Everybody gets really excited in Enrolment and thinks, yeah, we could do all of this. And then by Sunday are knackered and not turning up to their final sessions because it does take it out of you. And we say this every year and everybody still does it. They still go crazy. Look into as many
things. On Sunday, just napping in the corner.
Make sure you've got lots of breaks. Make sure you've got lots of breaks.
And just very quickly, for anyone that's interested, I'm going to quickly read you the list of all the drop-in activities, which is 0 credits, which is brilliant. There's some really brilliant ones. Airdrop, massive airdrop, astronomy, axe throwing, board games, bubble station, climbing wall, crazy golf, marble run, patrol masks, patrol paper lanterns, sandpit, screen printing, soft play, water slide, and wooden play sets. So there's a lot to do that is drop-in as well, and some really fun ones. So you can definitely fill your weekend and have a really great time with those credits.
Awesome.
Cool. Sorry, there are quite a few more, but we can't go for too much longer. So should we try and get through? It's like 25 minutes. Should we do 5 more minutes?
Quick fire. Let's
go. Hi, I got tickets via Marketplace. How will I receive them and the list of activities, etc., please?
If you've purchased them, they'll be in your account straight away. So make sure you go and sign into your account. And make sure you go and watch the enrollment video guide and that you prepare everything ahead of tomorrow.
What are the disability accommodation options? I haven't heard back via email and getting a little worried.
So there's one accessible camping space. To apply, you need to apply for that using the accessible facilities request form. And to do that, you have to have a pass card from Nimbus, which is our kind of accessibility partner. Once you've applied for that, using that form, one of the team will get back to you. And what you're entitled to is tied to the symbols on your Nimbus form. So do check that you're definitely eligible for accessible camping, because if you make sure you've got the right symbol. If you haven't got that symbol, we can't give you accessible camping.
Eligible. You're just going to say it a bit quicker and then you've done it. You're nearly there. Gemma, live in trailers. I'm upgrading so I can bring our new caravan. Does my car stay with the caravan or do I have to unhitch and move the car elsewhere? First time, super looking forward to it.
New caravan, snazzy. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think that it works if they both fit into your pitch, then they can stay together. If they don't, you'll have to unhitch and park elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. So I think someone's just realised, am I responsible for enrolling everyone in my group if I book the tickets?
Yes. Or you could, or if you've booked lots of different, if you've booked for other families, you can transfer them their tickets and they can enroll for themselves. That's all covered in the enrollment guides, and that you definitely want to sort all of that out now, not tomorrow at 5 to 7.
Mm-hmm. You can probably do it very early tomorrow morning if you need to go to bed now, but definitely do
just
it.
just in good time.
Kira says, is there a body of water for free swimming or for a little dip?
There's not, I'm afraid. It would it's my dream that one day we can make that happen. And I've got various side projects trying to sort of figure out how we might be able to make that happen. But alas, not at the moment, I'm afraid.
Are the live-in vehicle pictures near to all the amenities like showers, etc.?
A live-in vehicle, they've got their own amenities. They don't have their own food village, but they do have their own toilet, showers, Elson points, little cooking area, that kind of stuff.
Are there any tent pitches left for reserved pitches? I can't see it on the website.
No, reserved camping pitches are sold out, I'm afraid. You can join the marketplace waitlist to see if one comes up, but I'm pretty sure that very few of them are coming up. So I think it's unlikely that you would be able to get hold of one of those now.
Sorry, back to the person that asked the question before. Is it turn up early for the best live-in vehicle pitch, or are they pre-allocated?
I think they're pre-allocated. I'm not sure. I think they're pre-allocated.
Yeah, I think they are too, but I'm also not sure. Thank you. What time does the actual campsite open on the day for Camp Kindling? Should we quickly go through timings very quickly?
Yeah, midday. We'll do another one of these ahead of the event for that. So I think we'll spend our time on enrollment now, but yeah, midday, and we'll do a big pre-event one of these.
Good point. Yeah, very quickly, a few more left. Can I still add a baby ticket? I don't have one, and it's not letting me.
Yes, you can do. If you should be able to add one, it doesn't cost anything, so you should be able to just add one for free. If you're having difficulty, just message the web chat and somebody will help you do that.
Okay, one more. Let's do one more. Anything that is really, really... Actually, we've got through most of them now. It's pretty good. If my friends and I... Oh, sorry if this has already been asked. Where can I find the map to camp to help? You've just answered that one. The map of camp. If my friends and I have 3 prepaid pitches, can we have them next to each other?
I don't think we can facilitate that at the moment. You can ask when you arrive, but we can't guarantee anything. I get it's something that we want to work on in the future, but we can't. We don't have that ability at the moment with the system that we have.
Right, so I think we're going to have to wrap there, but I would just say quickly, there's quite a few people that have asked me questions that we've already answered, so please do watch back if you want to know some of those answers. Also, Ali, the amazing admin Ali, is going to go through tomorrow morning and answer your questions for you on here as well, so keep an eye on that. So should we do a little bit of a quick wrap up about tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. What's your top tip for enrolment?
My top tip is to be prepared ahead of time. And it's not even a tip, it's an essential, I guess. But so log in, like Lee said, log in, get everything, have a look at everything, make sure you've got everything filled in, get ready, have a little bit of a thought in your mind of some things that you'd like to do and some things that you might be tempted to try.
Nice.
And what's your top tip?
I think being open-minded about trying new activities and trying new experiences with your kids. That's what Camp Kindling is all about. And there's nowhere else that you will go that you will have kind of 100+ different things there, included, ready to go for you. So choose at least one thing that is out of your wheelhouse. So, if you're not into adrenaline activities like archery battles, try that. If you are into adrenaline things like activity battles and not crafty things, try some crafty things. It's a great chance for you to explore different sides of yourself, kids to explore different sides of themselves, and that's where you get the really like beautiful like bonding moments as a family. So yeah, do that.
Oh, that was so nice. What lovely sentiment. Make me feel sentimental. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us tonight. There's been so many people asking questions, so I really appreciate you coming in, chipping in. Like Lee says, we will be doing quite a few more of these, so you've not seen The Last of Us.
Cool. Yeah, and yeah, we've got the whole team will be working really hard tomorrow to make sure that all your questions are answered, and that we're here to help you with any questions that you do have. But yes, please do make sure you're prepared by going and reading some of those guides or watching some of the video guides. That will really help you out, help us out.
So we'll see you next time. Thank you so much, and good luck for tomorrow.
Good luck. See you soon.
Enrolment. Bye.